Alright, so in the last video we installed Meteor on our system and set up a simple Meteor application which just outputs the text hello world. So what we want to do now is start to work in the client with Angular 2. So in the client folder we're going to create a new file and we're going to call it app.ts. Alright, and what we're going to do here is just import some stuff. So we want to import reflect-metadata. And this has to do with decorators and browser compatibility. Alright, next thing we want to import is zone.js. So this is going to be zone.js/dist/zone. And this has to do with asynchronous tasks. Alright, and then we're going to import the component utility that's going to be from Angular core. So I'm going to say at Angular/core. And then we also need the Bootstrap utility, which is responsible for bootstrapping the core app component. Okay, so it's all stuff we've seen before. Alright, and this is going to be from Angular/platform browser dynamic. Alright, and then we're going to put our component decorator in. And let's do module ID. Set that to module.id. And then the selector. The selector for this is going to be just app. And then for the template, what I'm going to do is set it to a variable called template. And up here, we're just going to say import template from ./app.html. And then down here, we're going to say class webmarks. And let's put a constructor. Okay, and I'm just going to leave that blank for now. And then down here, we just need to call our bootstrap. And we want to pass in webmarks. Alright, so we'll save that. And then what we'll do is create that HTML file. So new file, app.html. And we'll just say hello from Angular. And then we need to go to our index and just put our app directive here. Okay, we'll save that. And let's go back over here and reload. And there we go, hello from Angular. Alright, make sure there's no errors in the console. Good. Now what I want to do is install Bootstrap, and what's nice is Meteor has its own package manager and you can actually install Bootstrap really easy. So I'm going to just stop the server here and we're going to say Meteor add twbs:/bootstrap. That's the name of the package. Alright, so we'll go ahead and run that. Alright, so that's all set, and what's nice about that is we don't even have to include it or anything. It should just set up. So let's go ahead and run Meteor. Alright, so now if we go over here and reload, you can see the font has changed. So Bootstrap is being implemented and we didn't even have to include it or anything. Alright, so now what we'll do is let's go to getbootstrap.com and go to getting started and examples starter template, and we're going to just grab this navbar. Okay, and then we're going to go to app.html and let's paste that in. Okay, I'm going to make this a little wider. And project name is going to be Webmarks. And I'm going to get rid of the navbar fixed top class right here. And let's change this to navbar default to make it a light color. And we're going to get rid of all of the LIs in here. We don't need these links. And down under the nav, we're going to create a div. We'll give it a class of container. Alright, and then in there we're going to say div class equals row. Okay, this is going to be a full 12 column. So we'll say class call MD12. Alright, and then in here we're going to have a table. And let's see, we're going to give it a class of table and also table striped. Okay, and we're going to have a table heading, so T head. And in there we're going to have our table row. Okay, and that's going to have the headings, so it'll be TH. And let's say title, URL, category, and then just a blank TH. Alright, and then under the T head, let's do T body. Alright, now we're not interacting with MongoDB or anything yet, so I'm just going to put in some static content here, just a couple table rows. Okay, so we have one here, right here, webmark1, test.com, web design's the category, and then we just have a delete button. Alright, so let's go ahead and save that. Might take a second. Alright, there we go. So we have our nav bar, we have a table with just some static content for now. So we're going to go ahead and stop here now that we have our core app component done. And in the next video, we want to create our bookmarks list component and also our collection in MongoDB. And then we'll move on to be able to create, read, update, and delete bookmarks. All right, so I will see you in the next video.